Bowser?
Bowser. Yeah, that's fascinating. I think in general, like that matchup in particular, like a battle of the heavyweights, like that's kind of cool. But I think in general, when you're like a jack of all trades, it not only helps you as a player because you have an overall good spreadsheet of like knowing which character does what, the percent base of a matchup, like for example, like what combos they'll fish for. It also kind of helps you evaluate neutral a lot because now it's not about, oh, my character can do this, my character can do that. It's like, okay, in general, what is the rule of thumb when it comes to spacing? And I think when you're a jack of all trades, that becomes an advantage. That said, though, we have a Nest versus Pyra and Mithra. It's interesting.
Pyra and Mithra, brand new to the Super Smash Bros. Cast, but Skull Kid, he's been tearing up the scene for DePaul on this Nest. So, Abso versus Skull Kid here on PS2.
Right.
We'll have to see who can take the lead here.
Alrighty, PS2. I have some fair share of experience with Nests on PS2. In general, a lot of Nests like to take advantage of the dual platforms and large mid-stage space. So they'll typically go on the side platform. They'll like jump, double jump, cancel into side special. Apparently, we don't even need side special because that PK Rocket takes the stock mid-game. Or mid-stage, sorry.
Just a fantastic catch on the side of Skull Kid. Catching Abso's landing and taking that first stock, as you said, with the PK Rocket. And now, Abso, you can tell he's kind of on the back foot here, hunting for a way to take this first stock from Skull Kid.
Alright, a PK Thunder, a trap. Oh, not quite gonna get it. Ooh, good chase for PK Thunder. This is overall good ledge trapping, and yeah, perfect.
Great stuff there to Abso, or sorry, to Skull Kid to take that second stock. As you said, the ledge trap worked out just so perfectly, and Skull Kid again finding the landings of the Marist defensive options and just punishing them, and now that's gonna do. No, it's not. Abso surviving just barely. That was nearly a 3-stock. Still might be, though. The pressure's still on him.
Oh, another grab. Let's see what we get from here. Okay, back throw. Not quite gonna kill. Is that it? That's it!
Up B takes the stock off of Skull Kid, but sitting at 146. I mean, we saw a comeback earlier from Luck, but the last hit of forward air is gonna do it. Skull Kid wrapping up game number 1 in a 2-stock.
Tell Skull Kid had a lot of fun with that matchup for sure. Just knew exactly how to keep Abso off stage. You know, I think when you're a character like Ness, not only can you cover the ledge with your down smash, up smash, you also have the disjoint PK Thunder as well. And I think there was a lot of great usage of that. And then when Abso did go on stage, that was like the perfect percent for Skull Kid to get that really back throw kill.
Yeah, I completely agree, and I just think at the end of the day, DePaul is doing a fantastic job of just kind of going through the checklist of reading options from your opponent, right? Just throw out a move, cover this defensive option, all right, cover the next one, you know, check the check the ledge grab off, and then, you know, cover jump with this, check that one off, and get something like a grab off of it and just follow up. I feel like they are just following kind of like a checklist of edge guarding options and just going through them all and able to capitalize on Marist's options.
Yeah, for sure. It really is like a checklist. And there's another term for something like this. It's like a flow chart where you kind of have everything planned out for you, whether it be combo game, whether it be the way you gauge neutral. In general, there's always this sort of rule of thumb that I mentioned earlier that you can kind of follow with your character, regardless of any matchup. That said, We're gonna go to PS2, I believe. So we're running it back. All right.
It appears we are. So, Abso on the character swap as well. Another Game & Watch to try and counter some of these projectiles that that Skull Kid was so prone to before. But I mean, Skull Kid seems very well adept to this matchup. Already 103. The back throw, is that going to do it? Yes, a clean stock from Skull Kid to start off game 2.
Yeah, that was a phenomenal 0 to death, and we're starting to see that checklist that you were talking about earlier. Just knowing exactly how to position and taking advantage of space and punishing accordingly.
Already 90 on this second stock. The Nair nearly taking the stock as well. Just nearly misspacing that forward air. Back throw, barely surviving his Abso. But again, only 16% on Skull Kid right now. Make it 27 with that get-up attack. And the damage just has been dealt here. And dipping out for that one. Skull Kid cleaning up the second stock and only 27 to his name.
Yeah, this seems less of a match and more of a speed run in this case.
Well, I like the follow-up there from Abso. Landing a couple of these forward smashes, this time catching Skull Kid on landing. But here's the problem now. He's sitting at it on his last stock. Doesn't have the easiest way to follow up. Quick string of forward airs. Going to rack up 43.
All right, good percent. All right, we haven't seen a lot of bucket either, so we'll see if Abso takes notice of those PK fires and absorbs them.
These forward air edge guards as well, just catching Abso's jump. And I think he's out of jumps now, so he's got to find a way back to stage here. Drifting out wide. He dipped too low, and he can't air dodge away. Make it a 3 stock here in set number 3 for Skull Kid.
That was amazing. The whole first stock was a great example of how to keep someone in disadvantage, and the second stock, practically the same. And then I think by the third stock, it was like, okay, how much percent can I get? And that kind of inevitably led to a 3 stock there. That was a great game from Skull Kid.
I feel like the momentum, you could just feel it all come together on stock number 1. And then stock number 2, that was such a clean forward air to dip out. And again, covering all these options, you know, that flow chart of and that checklist of edge guards. Marist just felt like they were out of options. Every option they went through was just covered. And then Abso unable to grab the ledge, fading too far away, leads to his demise. And Skull Kid, with the taunt, feeling confident, all of a sudden DePaul skyrockets their lead to 12-4. I mean, it would take a perfect game in this next set for Marist to tie this up. They would have to get 2-3 stocks and not give up a single point in the set in order to just tie, and that's just for set number 4. That they would still have a set to play afterwards. So a lot of pressure here on the 4th player of Marist. Sounds like we've got our 4th player locked in for DePaul. They will be sending in Bobby Time.